All right. We are live.
We are.
But
But it doesn't have
I
to
got
be.
a thing on there.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
All right, we are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. And what we do, we talk about the things that we've done last week, some of the things that we got going on right now, which is setting up for Kwanzaa 25, 26, and some things that we got coming up in the future. What we're going to do right now is click on our intro video. That way you can like, share, and comment. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review. We'll be right back.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, the other thing that we've got to come to see now that many of us didn't see too well during the last 10 years, that is that racism
Not guilty.
is still alive in American society and much more widespread.
Broke his neck after Baltimore police.
A handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who.
Many in moments of anger, many in moments of deep bitterness, engage in riots. And as long as America postpones justice, we stand in the position of having these recurrences of violence and riots over and over again. Social justice and progress are the absolute guarantors of riot prevention.
Mr. Gray's death was a homicide.
The Negro was freed from the bondage of physical slavery.
The athletes marched onto a stage.
But at the same time, the nation refused to give him land to make that freedom meaningful. Freedom without land to cultivate. It was freedom and famine at the same time.
And create jobs for our people.
The Negro is to be free. He must move down into the inner resources of his own soul and sign with a pen and ink of self-assertive manhood his own emancipation proclamation. But I want to get the language right tonight. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful. Individually, we are poor when you compare us with white society in America. we are poor. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world with the exception of 9. That's power right there if we know how to prove it. We begin the process of building a greater economic base. And at the same time, we are putting pressure where it really hurts. We don't have to argue with anybody. We just need to go around to these stores and to these massive industries in our country. Say, God sent us by here to say to you that you're not treating his children right. We come by here to ask you to make the first item on your agenda fair treatment where God's children are concerned. Now, if you're not prepared to do that, we do have an agenda that we must follow. And our agenda calls for withdrawing economic support from you. We mean business now, and we are determined to gain our rightful place in God's world.
Podcast, our week in review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. We talk about the things that we've done last week, some of the things we're working on right now, and a few things we got coming up in the future. Let's get into some intros. I'm Brother Washington Muhammad. I'm one of the co-founders of CSRN, along with Mike Leonardi and Jabril Bey, and also an active and registered member of the Nation of Islam right here in Toledo, where we're having our weekly men's meetings. We're trying to bring the men together and accept that it's our responsibility to make our community a safe and decent place to live. It's on us, fellas. What am I wearing? Today I have on a purple sweater, purple V-neck, got the white tee underneath, got a knit beanie type hat on. I got my beads, my glasses from Optical, Twix in between, and as always, I'm dedicated to respecting, protecting, and defending all black bodies, no matter the cost, no matter the gains or loss. This is the home of Black Lives Matter and Justice or Else, and it looks like when they set the camera up, they put me all the way over in the corner.
I'm noticing the crookedness.
Yeah,
right
Will.
now, but you know what? That's okay.
Okay, all right. Man, why they put me over there?
We're going to highlight our guests when they come on later.
Oh, okay. All right. But they still just push me way over to the, I don't even know. Yeah, way over to that side. And we do this for the protest culture and the activist community, creating our own platform where we can come and discuss and process the things that are going on locally, nationally, and internationally, and say what needs to be said. I think that's it, Jody, for my intro and family. We are celebrating 11 years CSRN. Yesterday we turned 11, right? And today is it the 25th? It's not the 24th.
Today.
It's the 20. Okay.
Today.
What does it say in the does it say that in the guide in the mission statement?
As I get to my point, I'm looking.
Okay,
at it
all right.
now.
So I'm gonna hold up because I thought it was yesterday.
So I got it in the tagline as most people see me sharing right now. Getting into my group.
Right, 11 years. 11 years. No falling off. No 6-month hiatus.
Yeah.
No year hiatus. We've been here.
No restructuring and changing of the name.
Right. No, none of that. Man.
Our mission statement hasn't been rewritten
by anybody. And if there's something that we want to add to it, like kick more butt, all right, we could add that to it. All right.
You don't see Santos or whoever they said that was funding us. And all
Soros.
Yeah, Soros.
Yeah.
You don't see any ABC. We got some sponsors up here, but you might have to look a little closer.
Right.
See the satirical factor in it.
Right. So, yeah, none of that. And I think that we've been really fortunate to have the people with us that,
No indictments.
yeah, no indictments. No. All right. Well, I wish you wouldn't have said that, but
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
no, it's all
You've
good.
seen
No
a
indictments.
lot in 11 years.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen a lot. We've gone through a lot. We've taken a lot of hits. We met a lot of people. We lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some of us got hurt on May 30th,
Yeah.
2020. But we're still together and making it happen. Man, 11 years.
11 years past the decade mark.
All right, that's like a third of my marriage. All right, has been at CSRN. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
third of it.
you think of it as stuff. Shoot, some 500 Fortune 500 companies don't even go that long, or political parties. You know, when we started, we had a Green Party.
Right.
I should not be laughing at that, but you know.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, they know where we are. All right. Hey, look, that's it for my intro. If you can do your intro, what are you wearing? Get into the mission statement. We'll get into our guiding principles, because I believe that the guiding principles is also something that's kept us unified, no matter who organizes with us. We have something that includes everyone. And I'm still pushed off to the side. We'll work it out.
What's up, everybody? Jody J. Summers, child of the system, better known as Spoken Truth, the treasurer of this wonderful organization and many other nonprofits and grassroots around the Toledo and surrounding community and area. After 11 years
That's right.
of protest and demonstrating and die-ins and rewriting laws and going to D.C. and going to Columbus and Cincinnati. Remember we had that one case there? And,
Yeah.
Cleveland and everything, where, you know, some of them are still in trial.
Yeah.
To this day. It's not like, oh, we fixed all the problems. We showed up to a protest and now that it was done. No, it's a kind of a life mission. You stay up and collect with friends that have moved on to other countries or other states of living, and it's interesting. You look back through flyers. I get triggered now when I see protests and demonstrations, because I was, not that I'm not as active, but I was in that field right there.
Right.
Stuff was going on. Now it's a little bit of no kings or no demands, all kinds of other stuff. And, you know, I don't think riot was never something we were trying to do, just trying to take back a little freedom
Right.
for the moment. But, you know, they let the people with degrees and intelligence and supposedly stuff that we could negotiate on take it. Anyway, but we thank you each and every week for
That's right.
coming and sitting down with us for this hour and a half. We used to have in-person meetings before the great unspeakable virus and all that stuff. I wasn't as vocal in always being on camera and stuff back then. Remember when we did the Black Lives Matter Day and I was hiding from the camera and all that stuff? Not that I didn't want to make an impact, but I didn't think the spotlight had needed me until we had people fall off or people, you know, indict themselves, incriminate themselves, steal money, and I had to step up to be integral in talking to everybody. At one point in time, like the first 3 or 4 years, the voice you heard is our exit and intro on our page, because we used to do this on a stand with a camera.
Right.
And then we had people rotate in. Our mission statement that I'm going to read to you was read by other people. It would be very rarely that within a month you have 2 people read the same thing, because we wanted to at least, if not ignite a fire within you, start a spark. So
That's
you'd
right.
be like, hey, I read this thing, and now it's a chant in my head. But and just like our backgrounds and stuff, we describe ourselves to you because we know there's so many other platforms you could be watching, so many other programs you could be watching, but you chose to tune in either live with us or later on and leave comments and give us ideas, or come to our door at our studio and say, hey, I want to be a guest. Or even tell us about stuff that we can't be really aware. We're only a couple people with the team behind us, but that team behind us can't do everything. And
That's right.
We've kept our autonomy by not taking sponsors, by staying as vigilant within trying to find out how to fix things instead of trying to find more problems than solutions and stuff over the last years, co-partnering with everybody across the spectrum of finding peace for people. In animals and the government and the plant, the
True.
whole Lake Erie Bill of Rights and stuff, which people are finding out like, oh shit, we were poisoning our water. I just heard something about Campbell's using printed. Anyway, but we describe ourselves because we don't want you to get caught up in, oh, I'm listening to these strong brothers and community and stuff. And at home, we're beating our spouses or cheating on stuff and robbing people, really. And that does happen within this field because it requires people who have reached their limit of trauma to finally speak out. Sometimes all them things ain't great. You can accept people for their mission, not, it's like singer-songwriters and stuff. I love the song. The person might be a little crappy, but I can separate the two and still get the same type of experience. So I am a big brown bear of a man that is covered in tattoos and crystals and stones and bones and artifacts from doing this, from finding my voice, helping others find their voice and learning life through the experience of failure. Because we didn't win all of those battles we went down to with our signs and our words and our signatures from folks. Sometimes they were thrown out. Sometimes we were dismissed. Sometimes we got told that the people were busy when they actually had nothing to do, and we just had to sit there and still set up, still show up, still be there because it's for our community. I'm wearing the hat brand of Ink Truth that I've developed in this process. My hoodies, the artwear, or Care Bear gear with the inspirational quote on the back. Some of the chains that you can see, and normally he teaches me that there's some extra stuff, and actually there is. One of the things that I've traveled around the world to Paris and Japan and gone to different spots and on flights and stuff, I got gifted a silver bullet, 1 ounce silver bullet by my sister one year, and I kept it in my bag. If you ever see me out there, I'm always carrying some type of satchel or bug out bag or something like that. And now, because we were talking about our next trip, which either could be the Grand Canyon, Egypt, or Italy. I'm not sure. We're working out logistic-wise, but yes, so now the silver bullet is around my neck. And as I went to a rock show, a guy was like, oh, and stuff, and he just gave me a solid silver ring that he smelted. Stuff like that. But how do you get to that point? How do you fight through the minutia of people that are that word, when how they like infiltrated the Black Panthers and not the protagonist. It's something around that word where saboteurs and stuff like that, because we have had them in our organization and we've decided to deal with that admirably.
Or provocateurs,
yes.
Also that's a word too.
Where people come in and say, hey, we know you guys got this mission and you like the blue shoestrings, but we like red. And so we know half of the people here in this meeting like red shoestrings, but we're just going to kind of force that upon you or not show up and choose to say, well, see if you can live without us. And we did. We developed other ways to talk to people.
Right.
In the beginning, we were very unaware of, well, not unaware, but very unread about politics and how to talk to them. And now we've gotten people elected. We have elected officials on our show. It's not like, oh, we're just going to protest and be mad all the time. No, we want to put the official in front of you where they feel comfortable. But we have our mission statement.
And our guiding principles.
To do that in a way so when me and Brother Washington and Haley and Julians and the Ruths and the Sheenas and the Amjads and everybody has aged out of that phase and to the point where we are now teachers, not so much frontline warriors, they have this Bible to go on with. So we are the Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo, formed on November 25th, 2014, the day after it was announced that the killer, a Ferguson, Missouri police officer of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager, would not be indicted. We bring awareness to the injustices experienced by Black men, women, and children who are disproportionately murdered, provoked, attacked, and harassed by law enforcement. Police brutality has to end. We bring awareness to the fact that most often, police brutality goes without consequence and accountability. police. Impunity has to end. We utilize the tactics of protest, civil disobedience, event disruption, and citizen advocacy to give voice, yes, voice to those who are otherwise voiceless. We facilitate progressive, community based events that help foster self development, and we discuss measures to hold local leadership accountable, yes, accountable to their sworn duties, be they politician, clergy, law enforcement, educators, etc., etc. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, yes, all, regardless of class, creed, or color. For all lives to matter, Black lives, yes, Black lives must matter. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
All right. And on this 11th year, is there anything that that you were a part of that if someone says, hey, what's the one thing that you remember from CSRN that was just baller what you guys did?
Everything differently that nobody else wanted to do.
Mm.
Yes, we participated in the protest and the activism, but you didn't see many people risking themselves or taking their funds to do community forums, to do awards. When I told what was back then, the big people who were doing it, they laughed at us. They were like, what do you mean you're giving people awards in your community? What about the national people? I didn't care about the national people. I'm sorry, but it's nice to see you. I remember the first time we went, or second time, because technically the first time was a protest that they didn't understand. We went to UT for their MLK celebration, and then we were invited guests to speak along with Cori
Bush.
Yes, who's running again for office and stuff, and she was part of the larger movements that was outside of Toledo. So in some ways that considered more legitimate where the stuff happens. But we had stuff like Aaron Pope here, we had JoJo here, we had Emmett, I think of that third name. But we had other people here that dealt with it directly at home. And it caused us to find other sources, meet other things. We went to Flint when that big part of it was going on and wound up in a movie called Parts Per Billion, meeting with them and the Michigan militia. It's a lot that we, did in entirety, not just like one big event. Because a lot of people do one big events. And
that's
then
it.
you never see them again. They ran out of funding, or they were funded by the wrong people who wanted them to spread the message for political season, and that was it.
All right.
Don't hear of them again.
All right, and
you,
right? I just go back to the when we disrupted the MLK program at UT, because it was personal for me, because I was on the planning committee for the last maybe 4 years, and I just watched the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebrations. I watched them get watered down, and watered down, and I think that the year before I had talked about adding the Black National Anthem, and I think that was one of the breaking points. Even though they added it, some of the things that we said how we were going to do it didn't get done. So I'm like, all right, next year is going to be something different, and having all of those with us that day that walked on the stage with the police chief there. With the mayor that was the police chief there, to have Marcy Captor there, and us to interrupt that the way that we did, that'll always be one of my moments with CSRN. And in order to do that, we have to have some type of principles that we're going to hold to so that we don't implode. And these are the CSRN guiding principles. All Black lives matter, queer Black lives, trans Black lives, formerly and presently incarcerated Black lives, poor working class Black lives, wealthy Black lives, differently able Black lives, Black men and women lives, immigrant Black lives, Black elderly and children lives. All Black lives matter and are the creators of this space. We throw no one under the bus. We rise together. Ashe.
Ashe.
And that means one who changes a thing and one who makes a thing happen. Thriving instead of surviving. Our vision is based on the world we want, not the one we're currently in. We seek to transform, not simply react. We want our people to thrive, not just exist. Think beyond the possible. Ashe.
Ashe.
Experimentation and innovation must be built into our work. Embrace the best tools, practices, and tactics, and leave those behind that no longer serve us. Ashe.
Ashe.
Evaluation and assessment must be built into our culture. Critical reflection must be a part of all of our work. We learn from our mistakes and our victories. Ashe.
Ashe.
Principal struggle can exist in a positive environment. We must be honest with one another by embracing direct, loving communication. Ashe.
Ashe.
Love, self-love is practiced in every element of all we do. Love and self-love must be a driver of our work and an indicator of our success. Without this principle and without healing, we will harm each other and undermine our movement. Ashe.
Ashe.
360-degree vision. We honor past struggles and wisdom from elders. The work we do today builds the foundations of movements of tomorrow. We consider our mark on future generations. Ashe.
Ashe.
Self-care means we build resilient spaces by budgeting time, energy, and resources for healing. Self-care is a regular, consistent, intentional, and essential practice. Ashe.
Ashe.
The most directly affected people are experts at their own lives and should be in leadership at the center of our movement and telling their stories directly. Ashe.
Ashe.
Training and leadership development should be fundamental. Our movement must constantly grow and leadership must constantly multiply. Ashe.
Ashe.
You know, one other thing that stands out that I think, and like you say, you really can't say one event because we're the culmination of all of those.
Yeah.
But Black Lives Matter Day has to go down as one of the strongest individual responses to the Nazis coming.
Yeah.
That alone, no one had any plan on how to confront the Nazis and the Ku Klux Klan.
Except by going down there again. But
going and getting our people down from down there because it's a trap, and also having some alternative venue event that's going on at the same time. And it was self-funded. Nobody, it wasn't funded by any of these premier businesses in the community that do stuff like that. We did it ourselves.
Yep.
So 11 years CSRN. What we're going to do right now, take a short break, come back, and I've got some current events that I want to highlight. I want to highlight H. Rap Brown, Jesse Jackson, and a few other things that's coming up. Hey, this is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. We'll be right back.
Pathway Incorporated Brothers United program believes that children are important. Every day we support and advocate for fathers because when children have involved fathers, the whole community thrives. The fathers that come into the Brothers United program are mostly young fathers who are primarily gang members or drug dealers or those involved in lots of trauma from the time when they were youth until now. The program has fatherhood classes which teach you about your role as a father, the importance of being a father, healthy relationships, how to co-parent and work better together with your co-parent, and then economic stability, how to get a job, how to keep a job. It is so important for fathers to learn to take care of their children holistically, not just emotionally, not just physically, but financially as well, because children need a holistic approach.
I really just needed help with really being a better father and looking for a job to be able to support my kids.
Some of the problems I was facing when I joined Brothers United was communication with my children. Had some time apart from each other for a while, so they gave me the tools to really get back in communication with them.
Fathers will come into our program with their heads down. 2 weeks later, their heads are up. 3 weeks later, they're laughing and talking. 4 weeks later, they're building a bond. And by the time we get to 8 weeks, they're saying, hey, we want to stay here. What can we do to stay connected?
It gave me a better perspective on how to look at things from other people's point of view. You know, sometimes us as men, we get caught up in being prideful and arrogant, thinking we don't need the help. We do. And we just have to put our pride, selfishness, and arrogance to the side. And when the help is there, take it.
Hope plays the most important role in everything that we do because we have to have hope. We have to remember that fathers are important, and we have to not only say it, but we have to live it, we have to breathe it, we have to do it, we have to convey it to everyone.
Let's get a BU Nation on 3, fellas. 1, 2, 3, BU Nation!
The dads give us hope. The dads supply for us on the days when it gets hard. On the days when we've seen more violence than we ever want to see. On the days when we've lost some dads to jail or to murder, they give us hope. And so the hope that lives can change, if you invest in them, if you believe in them, then lives can change.
Brothers United changed my life, let's say, because of where I come from, what I've been through. I learned to understand it is help out there. Don't be scared to ask for it. If you don't reach, you can't grab. That's it.
They made me more employable, more desirable by employers, which in turn helped me provide for my family and provide for my children and my grandchild. So it makes me a better man, a better father, and a better example.
It showed me like how to be better to my kids, so I went and got custody of my son. My son been with me for a couple months now. So this showed me how to be a better parent all around, just a better man, period.
Initially, I didn't know that it could change men's lives. I didn't know that fathers could change. But it's amazing to me when fathers come back a year later, 2 years later, and tell us thank you. Or they'll make a Facebook post and say, look at what I'm doing now. It's amazing to me about the level of work that we've been able to do and the lives that we've changed in just a short period of time. And the fathers who come back and say, thank you, I needed you, and you were there.
Shout out to Brothers United, man.
All right, we are back. Let's make this, man, what? Okay, there we are. All right, we're back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review, where we come to you live from Mott Branch Library. So I'm going to give a shout out to Kevin. I think that's the bank manager.
Well,
the branch manager,
yeah.
I don't need to be talking
Banks
about
of knowledge.
Yeah, banks of knowledge. There you go, Kevin, Olivia, Teresa, Andrea. Should have said Andrea close to the top, but for everyone that lays out the red, black, and green carpet for us to come in, allow us to come in here and be partners with the library. Also, we set up our studio, all of our placards. This is not green screen. This is real stuff. These are real signs that you could definitely inbox us. They're $20 each and get. There's a couple of things that I wanted to outline today. Jody, one of them was the passing of H. Rap Brown, who also was known, and somebody wrote some really good commentary on him, and it said, and I'm just reading it verbatim, and this is not my words, but I found some really great words to speak about our brother. It says, "Rest in power to Imam Jamil El Amin, formerly known as H. Rap Brown. He was a powerful voice of the '60s freedom struggle, whose words helped ignite a generation's demand for justice. And I benefit from that. As a member of SNCC, which is the Student Nonviolent Coalition in the Black Panther Party, he challenged America to confront racism head on and empower young Black people to stand firm in dignity, strength, and political consciousness. In later years, he was a political prisoner, standing as a symbol of state repression faced by Black liberation leaders. His legacy endures through his courage, community defense, and unwavering commitment to Black liberation. So, during this year's celebration of Kwanzaa, we have our sister Rolita Noble, that we will lift up her name and say Ashe. We have our sister Asada Shakur. We will lift her name up and to say Ashe. We'll have our brother H. Rap Brown, brother Jamil Alamin, email Jamil Alamin, that we'll lift up and say Ashe. So well done for these soldiers that have stood strong for standing for us. And also want to highlight, you may be seeing some news about the Reverend Jesse Jackson that was in, I think that he was in intensive care, and then I think they moved him out to a rehabilitation, for rehabilitation, and I just got a text, so, and whenever my brothers in FY send me a text, I'm still gonna say, okay, I'm gonna check on this, but it has him, no, I'm not gonna read that because I'm gonna, I'm a clear it first before I read that. I see that. No, man, look, I see that too many times that people want to be the first one to say something, and I'm not going to be the first. But we wish our brother well and his family well. And next up is tomorrow is the 90th year birth anniversary for Mother Khadijah Farrakhan. And if you don't know who Mother Khadijah Farrakhan is, she's the wife of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. They recently celebrated 65-year marriage anniversary. And the reason, well, there's many reasons why I want to highlight this, but most times when we have a leader, and every people has a leader, none of us should be on that, I don't need to listen to anybody, bro. Okay, all right. But most times they have a way of destroying our leaders, separating our leaders from their families, and then minimizing them. And for the last 65 years, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam have not gone anywhere. We haven't been a part of that infiltration type thing. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is 93 years young, we saw him last week, Jody. We had an all men's meeting, and he came to our meeting. I wasn't there in person, so he wasn't here in Toledo. All right, he didn't show up in Toledo. All right, but he has been here before.
He did
right?
Morgan Freeman.
He's been right. We right now we're in the process of rebuilding our mosque that got hit by a car, and we're working with a lot of stuff. But yeah, he was there. He had stopped by our mosque and talked to all the brothers and sisters there. And it says a lot that we're not allowing our leaders to go out like that. We're not allowing our leaders to be opposed like that, or one disgruntled brother or sister. No, man, no, no. We provide security for our leaders. They don't want for anything, so they don't have to get a TV show. They don't have to request for time off. All right, to liberate our people, and yeah. So happy birth anniversary, 90th birth anniversary for Mother Khadijah Farrakhan. That and also I wanted to highlight this with you, and then we'll move forward. But it was you that let me know that November is National Native American Heritage Month.
Yes.
And with all that's going on, and it's crazy that America will be bent on um, deporting people.
Yeah. Opening the government back up so we could spend our holiday money.
That's crazy. You know, I don't know, Jody. All I know is when every nation has a term, just like Egypt, Babylon, Rome, all of those, Persia, all of them were on top. And then they started doing some things and just checking off the list, all right before we fall in. And we're witnessing that, you know, with America. And really the fall is not believing the same hype that you believed yesterday.
Right.
The fall is not falling for the same tricks, all right? The fall is not drinking all the Kool-Aid that we used to back in the day. We believe everything on face value, and they're losing that power over us politically, academically, health-wise, in every way. And they're really trying hard to regain that stranglehold on what you think and what you say. So shout out to November National Native American Heritage Month. In the Nation of Islam, we were taught that we were here. It's not they were here. We is them, all right? We is them 16,000 years before the Europeans got here. So it's not they were here. We were here. Even our brothers and sisters that speak Spanish, why do they speak Spanish? Because the Spaniards colonized them and changed their language, changed their names. So now we've been here, you know. So all right, that's my soapbox for the day. Now, okay. Also, we're celebrating 10 years, 11 years anniversary for CSRN today, Jody.
Yes.
The 25th. So, and we talked about some of the things that we felt, you know, meant a lot to us. It's a lot. It's a lot. Before we take a short break and come back, anything that you've been involved in that you want to highlight?
Yeah, this weekend, our Havoc, as I always call it Havoc in my brain, but it's the Historical Vistula Community Association. We had our 3rd annual turkey dinner giveaway thing.
Mm-hmm.
We served about 100 people until the food ran out, and everybody was acclimable. Nobody was rioting, trying to take plates, and all of this stuff. As you know, it is still a difficult time, even if. Again, I feel the only reason why the government opened back up, which is only until the end of the year or next year, because
go ahead and say it.
Is we got Black Friday, we got
ahead
Christmas, we got
go
Thanksgiving, we got all of the holidays that involve.
Not fumbling that bag.
You know, it might extend because we got President's Day, and they can't make sure we have a good Black History Month. So, you know, they got to get Super Bowl and all that stuff with the investments and spending and then the promise of tariffs and all the other stuff. But, yeah, I think, you know, through the process of doing this, becoming an official and getting to travel around as being an activist, an artist, an author, and a performer, and meeting people in funding and grant places. I put a lot of that into my pieces and poems and artwork. And sometimes when I'm in museums and they look like, wait a minute, who drew me? Not because I was like trying to live some revolutionary or be the next MLK or Malcolm or Bootsy or anybody like that. Is because this is what I saw and lived through, and it's the things that I go to sleep when I close my eyes and I hear about some bombing somewhere. I know what that looks like. So as a way to get back to future generations when everything is AI and controlled by some processor that's just treating us like Bitcoin.
Right. And you know what? Right. Later on, we got Haley in the house today, and we're going to talk about security for this season.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a man.
Well, you know, I hope people ain't getting on talking about what presents they got and sharing off their boneless couches and all that stuff.
We do. We share. That's, you know, Haley's going. I don't want to preempt Haley because otherwise we wouldn't have flew her all the way in from the west side,
drinking all the ginger ale,
right, from the west side. Right. Man, look, and she got her fit on today. That's new, all right?
The branding
is
in effect.
That's what's up. Hey, listen, you want to take a short break? Bring Haley on, and then we'll come back with shout-outs and updates and shout-outs and solutions. And I've got one other thing to talk about later on regarding Kwanzaa coming up and how they're having it at the Doug this year.
Awesome.
All right. Hey, this is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review. We'll be right back.
Canal. En esta hermosísima ciudad de Orlando.
I'm here in Barranquilla, Colombia, and in sunny Miami. Daytona Beach, mis amigos, that's where we're at today.
Desde la ciudad de Cartagena, Colombia.
We are in Orlando right now, here in Florida.
I'm Helene Sheets, Director of Marketing and Communications at beautiful Lourdes University, and we've been a proud sponsor and supporter of Voces Latinas TV for over a decade. It has been a fantastic partnership. It's been our doorway into the Latino community. We've met so many incredible people, created so many partnerships. Our students absolutely love the connections we've made through Voces Latinas TV, and we're looking forward to at least another decade, 2 decades.
Bells will be ringing the glad, glad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friend to wish me greeting once again. Choirs will be singing
We are back. This is the CSRN podcast, our weekend review. In most times we talk about self-care, we talk about security, but whenever we want to talk about security and keeping your head on a swivel, and what does Haley say? If you're already ready, you don't have to start. She got something that she say like that. So if you can go ahead and get your intro in. What are you wearing? We see what you did there, and what are we talking about today?
So I am Haley. I have on my pretty protection sweatshirt, some khakis, and some accessories. Oh, and glasses as well.
All right.
And the saying is, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Okay. All right. So, it's the holiday. It's that time.
It's that time of the year.
And there's so many people that take advantage of our people that may just want to bless somebody with a gift and go to the mall and pack their car up with this and that. What are some of the things that you see that people need to know before you go shopping? And we hope that family, look, I know we play our boycott Christmas, up with Jesus, down with Santa. We play that, but we're hoping that if you are going to spend with your own. Go out of your way, all right? It's not Jody and myself saying and Haley saying you shouldn't celebrate Christmas, but we're trying to recycle our dollars too, all right? So, hey, if you're out there, be careful, but spend with your own. What are some of the things that you think we really need to be aware of in this time?
In the holiday season, of course, we have to be. This is probably scammers and thieves' favorite season. We're out shopping. You're out we're moving quick. You're packing your cars with all the things. You're being forgetful. It's just a lot of things going on at this time. While you're out shopping, the main thing is park smart, not far. So a lot of times when you're going shopping, just make sure you're parking in well-lit areas. You're parking under the lights, especially if you know you have gifts in your car or you have things of value in your car. You definitely want to park closer to the entrance as you can, closer to well-lit areas. Now, at like the mall, they have the police radar thing like that's out there.
I've seen those.
Yes, it has cameras on. You want to park over those. Protect your parents, your presence. When you're leaving things in your car, cover it up. It's simple.
Oh, man.
Cover it up. The number one defense is locking your doors. Make sure your car door is locked. I don't care how many times you have to beep, 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 beep until you know it's done. A lot of times during the season, people go and they check car doors all the time. You don't want to be caught slipping because your car door is unlocked. You spent all this money. You're at the mall.
Right.
This is your fourth store you've been to.
Right.
And now everything is gone because you forgot to simply lock your doors.
And you might, and I've been guilty of stuff like that. Hey, I'm just getting out. I'm just going in the house for a few hours. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And it only takes a second for someone to walk by your car and they check the door handles. And if it's open, your alarm isn't going to, it's not going to activate your alarm if your door is already
or
unlocked.
Even if you're running, I know a few years ago, it was my sister, it was Christmas, Thanksgiving or Christmas, one of these holidays. And she ran in the house to drop off like some cream of mushroom to me. So simple. Ran in the house, ran back out, probably in the house for maybe 5 minutes. She gets back home and she calls me and says, "Is my purse in your car at your house?" Literally in those 5 minutes, someone who lived across the street from us had some guests. They snatched her purse out of her car in 5 minutes. We didn't see anything. So it's that time of the year where people are looking for a quick hit. They're looking for a quick way to manipulate, a quick way to scam, a quick way to thieve and to steal. So that's literally like lock your car doors. Even if you're just running in the house, turn your car off. If you have, like I said, if you have a button, take your key fob off, close your doors, lock it with the key fob. But just be sure that your car is one of those cars that you can lock while started, because sometimes you have to adjust your settings so it will stay locked.
And that's crazy too, that I would get out of my car, leave it running, with the keys in it, and then I have a reoccurring dream that happens, that I left my keys in the car, just going in the gas station for a minute, and come back. Where's your car?
Car's gone. Yes, people are looking. Stay out of your phone during this time. Another thing is, while you're putting packages in your car, while you're walking in the store, it gets dark really, really, really early. So pay attention to your surroundings. Answer that text message once you're inside your car, your doors are locked, and your car is started. Then you answer that text message. Answer that text message once you enter the store, not as you are walking through the parking lot and someone can snatch your purse. Someone can snatch you. Just always be aware of your surroundings. That goes back to another thing. If you're out holiday shopping, let someone know where you are. Make sure someone has your location.
That's right.
Because if something was to happen, then someone can track you some way, somehow. Someone can know something.
So on my phone, can I share my location with someone?
Yes.
All right. And
so
that
you
way,
have an Apple?
No.
You have an Android?
Yeah. Don't judge me.
Oh,
it doesn't happen you can't do that on Android?
I don't know how to do that on Android, but I'm sure there is. Okay, so there's not a way, Apple is automatically built in. For Android, you may have to get an app. Life 360 is a app I hear a lot of people use, where you can share your location with each other. If you have you may not have an Apple phone, but you can get an iTag, an AirTag. And an AirTag can help share your location. So there's a lot of different a lot of different things that you can use to share your location with people. If you have Snapchat, sometimes you can share your location on Snapchat with other people as well. So there's other ways if you don't have an iPhone, but it is important that you do have some type of, someone knows where you are at all times. That's
I guess important. You got an iPhone.
I do have an iPhone, and I can share my location with people.
Okay. All right.
And then it's also that time for you where you're ordering online and you're picking up at places. You're ordering at Target and you're parking and you're picking up.
Yeah.
When you are doing those type of order pickups, be sure that the person who is coming to your car is the person who you are getting the package from. So if you are at Target, make sure that is the Target shopper that's coming to your car and not just some random person.
So does that happen? That just a random, I guess people are watching.
People are watching
to see how unaware you are.
Yes. Wow. And any opportunity is an opportunity. An opportunist is going to take an opportunity. So if I am a thief and I see that someone's in their car and they're just not paying attention, they're on their phone. When you park and you pay and you're waiting for your order to come, sometimes you're on your phone, you're not paying attention, and someone walks up, you automatically assume that's that person. That's the person from Target to give you your gift. You open your window, you unlock your car door, so just be aware of your surroundings, because it's that easy for someone else to hop in your car. And then last but not least, holiday parties are coming up.
Yeah, that's
Christmas
true.
parties are coming up. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, all of these parties are coming up. This is a time of celebration. This is a time of family. And once again, it's dark. So have an exit plan. When you're leaving these parties, make sure that you are prepared. Make sure that, once again, someone knows your location. Yeah. Someone is walking with you. Someone is watching you to your car. Sometimes we leave and we're like, all right, guys, bye. And you're walking out by yourself. It's a couple, it's late at night. You've had a couple drinks. You've partied. You're tired. You're not awake. So just make sure that at all times you're safe. Another good thing is at this time is always have a safety item. Take your stun gun. Take your pepper spray with you. We have alarms. So there's so many different techniques that a stun gun, you always have a flashlight. It has a flashlight on it. So therefore you can have something to light your way, and you can be protected. So just during this holiday season, just be safe and be aware. Awareness is your number one key factor. Be aware and be confident.
Yeah.
Be confident in your awareness.
Now, I see that on the lower right hand, they've got the Pretty Protection logo.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if we can bring your page up, and maybe there's some deals in that we can see if there's some special deals today, Jody.
Yep. So we do have the special going on. The 3 for $50 is still going on. And that's actually a perfect deal, especially with the holiday season coming up. With the weather changing, the time changing, it's getting darker earlier.
Yeah.
It's gift giving season, so 3 for $50, where you are able to get like 2 stun guns and a pepper spray, or a stun gun, a comb knife, and a pepper spray. This is the season where you can spend $50, protect yourself, and as well as give the gift of protection as well.
And that's prettyprotection.com?
Yes.
Hey, I was trying to figure out, yeah, every once in a while we have some serious, yeah, I can't find it. Well, all right. Pretty Protection. Yeah, yeah, this is live, but prettyprotection.com. That's pretty with an I, protection.com. How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it since 2019. So I started in 2019, and now we're at 2025, and I'm still here, and I'm only going to get better and offer more services. And
what types of people can purchase Pretty Protection items?
So anyone can purchase Pretty Protection items. We have items that are suited for 18 and up, and that would just be like the stun guns, the pepper sprays, the knives. Those things are for adults. But we also sell keychains that are aimed for children as well, under 18. That would be like the alarm. The alarm has a flashlight, and then if you pull it, it has a really, really loud alarm, so it draws attention to you, especially with kids standing at the bus stop. They need flashlights. They need protection alarms. They need something so they can be seen and heard. Have a safety plan for your kids at the bus stop. So we sell for all ages. We sell for all ages, all walks of life. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, we have something for you.
All right. One of the things that we're in that season, and a lot of people talk about their self-care and what they're grateful for. And for all that you do, man, what do you do for self-care? What do you do to bring it back in and to stay balanced?
So for self-care, I help people. I think that is my biggest self-care, is helping others. Sometimes it is overwhelming, but it does give me a sense of calmness to know that I can help people. And then I like silence as well. I love sitting in silence, just sitting there in silence. So I would say if I'm not giving back, then I'm sitting silently.
Awesome.
So either one helps. And then I also was playing flag football. Shout out to the Silent Storm.
Oh, okay. I saw that post. I didn't understand it because it looked as if you knew something about that, and I'm like, maybe you know how you posted something, but you're posting something that somebody else was doing. But
yeah.
So you were actually?
Yeah, I was actually playing. Yep. So our last game, guys, I jammed my pinky. But I'm so ready to get back out there. It's crazy. So the season did end, but we are coming back next season. We will be back in January. So bigger and better.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shout out to my team.
All right. And what's the name of the team
We
again?
are the Silent Storm.
Okay.
Ladies.
All right.
We're a ladies flag football team, and we play at Rossford Dome.
Okay. How many? Man, that's a podcast in itself. So, all right, I'm gonna write a note. All right, let's have talk about that. 3 things that you're grateful for.
3 things I'm grateful for: life, opportunity, and the people I love.
All right. Any plans for? Well, no, we shouldn't be talking to the security person about where you gonna be. See, that's how you mess up. All right.
I'm gonna be with family.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a family. I'm celebrating with family. We're cooking, we're eating, and we're having game night. So that's where I'll be. I'll be with family.
And lastly, we've got Kwanzaa coming up. CSRN, we're always a part of the Toledo Kwanzaa House.
Yes.
Kwanzaa celebrations, and I think you're going to have tables there. Look, if you think about it, check us out. I know Jody could make some space for some pretty protection, and I think that'll fit right in with what
If
we're
Jody
doing.
can make the space, I can make the time.
Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but okay. All right. Hey, can you come back before? Can she come back before Christmas?
Absolutely. I can come back before Christmas. I can come back before Christmas.
All right. We got how many more?
No, Jody be busy, so as long as Jody can fit me in a
Right.
schedule somewhere, you know what I'm saying, I can come back.
That's exactly how it goes too. Okay. All right. Hey. All right. Let's go ahead and break because I think you're going to start flicking the lights on and off. All right. Hey, this is the CSRN podcast, our week in review. All right. Thanks, Haley.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll be right back.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Now you can get the same uncompromising truth you've come to expect from the Final Call newspaper on all your connected devices. Subscribe to the Final Call Digital Edition today. Go to subscribe.finalcalldigital.com.
All right, we're back. This is the CSRN podcast, a week in review, and big shout out to everybody that that comments in our comment box, or is that what I call it, the comment section?
Yeah.
All
chat.
right. Yeah. You know, it's like tell me you're old without telling me you're old. I say the comment section. All right. But shout out to everybody that watches, that tunes in to see that the activist culture and the protest community is live and well, and we're just reporting out the things that we've done and some others have done too. I want to highlight, we talked earlier about Kwanzaa is coming up. I don't have the Kwanzaa poster, but what I do have is the first principle is Umoja, unity. So join us at the Frederick Douglass Community Center. That's December 26th through January 1st. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Program starts at 6. My day is always, for the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so, my day has been the first because I bring the excitement. I've got Jody with me. I got CSRN with me. And all of us on that first day. So be there. Doors open at 5. We have vending. If you want to learn more about the vending, contact Diane Gordon, Mother Diane Gordon, on Facebook. She's on Messenger, all right, because she's always sending me some stuff, all right. Diane, stop it. But check her out on Messenger to find out more about Kwanzaa this year. And we have a 7-day celebration. So each day we'll talk about all of the principles from unity to faith. So check us out. And also, last week I was involved in the Toledo Kwanzaa House, was a part of the Toledo International Market. It's the first time that that's happened in Toledo, and different regions of the world and different countries had their own booth. So it was kind of set up like a booth, a wooden booth, and each country had some of its cultural traditions, food, and I guess we represented Black America. Kwanzaa did. So we've got our flags there. We had our drums. Mother Diane Gordon had wrote a book about Kwanzaa. We had those for sale. And also we got a chance to play on the big stage and invite people up to drum along with the Kwanzaa House drum runners. And I'm looking forward to being a part of that next year. And hopefully we have the people that saw the drumming to come to Kwanzaa, 1001 Indiana, December 26th. So those are the things that I wanted to highlight, as well as our men's only meetings that the Nation of Islam is having throughout America, where we're bringing our brothers together to make our community a safe and decent place to live. At one point, we're going to have to cease that asking others to do for us that we could do for ourselves. You can't hire enough police, can't hire enough National Guards. That should be on us to engage our community. So each week, we're going to be out there. Anybody could join to patrol our streets, to check in with our young people, to go and make it happen. So those are some of the things that I've been involved in, Jody, and I'm looking forward to Kwanzaa this year. So when we talk about the community updates, what are some of the things that you've seen in the community that's happening, and some of the things that you've been a part of?
All righty. So since last week, there have been a few things going around in the city and stuff. We're going to start you off with Wednesday. There was the IT5 Writers Round number 3 with Ryan Ross on acoustics and wheels for the Toledo Writers event. That was at 1040 North Westwood Avenue in Toledo, Ohio. A music adventure and everything like that. Stuff that, I normally go to, but where I was that Wednesday after work was I might start doing these, and I get some more engagement and stuff, doing some birthday shout outs. So I want to give a birthday shout out to Crystal Sloan, who had her birthday up at Toll House last Wednesday. Also in conjunction with Poetry and Soul Sessions with Kay Renee. We had some awesome features. If anybody likes poetry or wanting to be a part of open mics and stuff like that, we actually have a few going around the city. Coming current is right now there's one going on over at the Black Kite until I want to say 9 or 10 o'clock, part of Toledo Handmade and Black Kite. They've been doing theirs on the last Tuesday of the month.
And we haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, as I tell people, if it's on Tuesday and it's after dark, you probably won't see me.
Okay.
This means a lot to me. This is going into our 6th season.
Yeah.
As purely just the podcast.
After 2020,
yeah,
kind of changed everything.
Going into our 6th season with this, and it's something that's important to me. So radio show comes first. If we can end early or something like that, I'll try and show up. But with this and my job and releasing books, because I got 2 more books that I submitted for that are going to be released again this year, and like 4 now that I have stacked up that I got to promote. And I'm also releasing the self-care checklist, and it's a lot of stuff. Might be going into stores with the clothing and everything. So I got a lot of different things to do outside of the stage. But yeah, Poetry and Soul was awesome. Our features were awesome. Thank you, Kay Renee, for being such a dynamic force in the poetry community in Toledo. If you do like open mics, every second Saturday, there is the Uncloistered, hosted by our poet laureate, Joni McKentry. Actually, I'm going to be the feature next month, so you want to come on down to the attic. It was going to be me in One Single Rose, but some things happened and stuff moved around. So it's me, Mike Hackney, and another person. I got to look up their name, but we'll be featuring to close out the year in poetry. Every second Wednesday, there is poetry, Respect Your Mic. That is at the Code Bar on the east side. Shout out to Sunkiss. And then every third Thursday is the Poetry and Soul. So if you want some things, then every last Tuesday is this going on right now at Handmade. Just a little shout out for the arts community and people like that I can try and be aware of.
Yeah.
Friday, November 21st was the local arts holiday trunk show. That was at the Edward Libby House. There was about 40 different artists there and Glassworks, 20 different artists there. Glassworks and stuff like that. This was hosted by the Arts Commission and Edward D. Libby House. So if you're able to attend, hopefully you got some great pieces. Friday, November 21st, also, there was the Ross Gray event at the Toledo School for the Arts. I want to shout out to the directors for inviting me over there to get to meet Ross Gray and do some stuff with them as we talk in discussions about clothing. So it was good to see other poets nationally nominated and stuff like that come into our community. The first time in our community to speak to kids and the people and everything like that and have a little meet and greet. That Friday night after that event, shout out to Noor, which is a Black-owned nightclub downtown. They had a talent thing. I went there and participated, and it was nice because I thought I was only going to do 2 pieces, and I did a full set and a biscuit. So that was good training for ending the feature of the year. And to all the people who don't see me as much online, again, prefacing, got a lot of stuff going on. I've loved social media for the last decade plus. Most people have found me through poetry or books or doing stuff, but I'm slowing down on my exposure end because, it's a lot of work to keep this up. I crossed 6 figures at the beginning of this month, and that still barely takes care of all my programming and stuff that I got to do. So, trying to get out there and do more stuff with less time out in the public. But November 22nd, there was the Grounded at Earth Coffee. That's in Toll House, also Lucille's and everything. It's a multi-club thing. Shout out to Will Lucas for bringing that to our community. Saturday and Sunday, there was the Fall Rock Craft Show by Northwest Ohio Rock Hounds. Unfortunately, this is going to be their last one at that location. I was informed, and I might try and find some halls. I saw, shout out to Tracy Haynes, who just purchased his first hall and stuff like that. Good things going on in our community and everything like that. But this is going to be their last one at that location. I believe they're moving out closer to the airport. So still kind of technically in Toledo area, but you ain't getting there on the bus no more. You might have to pay an extra $5 to $10 like you're going to Michigan for some gas, which that's a whole nother story because we might not be able to, as with the new laws coming down and to keep you abreast on that and stuff, Ohioans will not be able to purchase herbal supplements in Michigan and bring them across the border. So that's one of the things in the proposed bill and all that stuff, just to keep it a buck with everybody. Sunday, November 23rd, there was the Davis Building Christmas open house. If you were able to go to that, I hope you were. It was awesome. Again, what I was doing this Sunday was our Havoc, or the historic Vistula Community Association. We fed out about 100 families until the food was gone. Very appreciative. We have actually set up a take a book, leave a book thing outside. We're thinking of doing one of those little food pantry things. Stick a stake in the ground. People can come and bring canned goods and stuff like that.
Or take one.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we're looking to replace the door because somebody got a little enthused about the door of the book. So, but still, weather permitting and stuff, hopefully the books, it's got a little ease drop on it. So if it does rain like it did today and yesterday.
What are those things called? Let's find out. We'll find out what those things are. Because I want to
get one. This little box. People can come, take stuff, leave stuff. They have it in the Collywood Gardens and a few places in the
And we can get one for Eden Garden, too.
Yes, you can.
Fine.
Yeah.
And you can make them?
You can make them. You can order them. And we do have, craft makers that do that and stuff. You just have to do a little research for everything like that. So,
What's the worst that could happen when I have my bus off? All right,
yeah,
okay.
you put
All right,
some
let's
seeds
go.
and some plants in there.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
But another happy birthday. Shout out to a good friend of the channel and friends of our organization is Nate Hicks. He's celebrating his birthday today off in New York, planning out things. One of our
great.
local firefighters now, not just
Singing firefighter.
singing firefighter.
I hope he puts that thing together. That
It seems like
a,
he's doing well. He's out in New
Okay.
York right now. I've been
All right.
following his page and stuff like that. So seeing that young man's career grow over the past years has been very, very impressive since I started my second open mic. But that was some of the stuff that had went on. These are some of the things that are upcoming that if you would like to try and make it out to the community, happening right now. As again, Tuesdays are very difficult for me to be anywhere, but there's the writer's workshop, writing What's Love Got to Do with It poems. So that's happening right now at the Toledo Heights Library at 423 Shasta Drive. Also happening is tomorrow. If anybody knows who Chris Rodriguez is, he and a few friends had or do have a gallery on the east side called the River East Gallery. But with, building problems and landlord problems and stuff like that, is over the past couple of years, we've thrown Mural Fest and I think like 20 or more different art gallery showcases to showcase local talent and stuff. But he is moving off the east side, unfortunately, to a different location. I think it's downtown near the Davis building.
Okay.
From
So he's still going to be in
where the
Toledo.
old Woolworths, yeah. But he just
All
won't
right.
be on the east side, so I don't know how that's going to go with name and everything. But tomorrow is the closing party. So from 5 until, I want to say it's midnight, 5 until 9. Yeah, not midnight. That would be
All
way
right.
too long. But 5 until 9, they're having a closing party. If you don't know where the location is, just drive down Main Street, look for the murals, because last year we did a mural party. But it's 601 Main, and you would like to share what's upcoming. If when the next art gallery is put together, you want to be in there, come and talk to everybody, like an end of the year gathering. And that is tomorrow at 5 o'clock, Wednesday, until 9. Saturday, December 6th. Why am I going to Saturday? Yeah, well, that's the next thing, is the Pillars of Strength, Fatherhood, Legacy, and Leadership event. This is held by a Father's Option, Inc. It's going to be at 325 North Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So it's real conversation, supportive
All right.
community, meaningful storytelling, emotional wellness.
That's always
tools.
good.
Yep. So if you can make it out
The
to that.
dads together.
Yep. That is Saturday, December 6th. I think we will be back before then. So I'll try and see if anything pops up before then for my timeline. But those are some things going on in the Toledo area. If you know of any others, you are more than welcome to share on our page. One thing we have done, since we're not as active in the protests and stuff, we don't post like crazy. So if you do have something that's going on in the community, tag us or
That's
tag
right.
me, tag Brother Washington, and we will put it on our page as going into 11 years of consistent, not being banned or blocked or having to get on our page like they stole our pen.
Right.
This is a new page. Nope, our page has been the original since the beginning. Maybe a
Man.
hiccup at some point in time, but we have been consistent with one thing. So make sure you share your events, especially end of the year holiday parties. If you want people to come, we do get a good, reaction to people from online
absolutely.
and not just social media. Well, it's all social media, but not just on Facebook, but and Instagram, but also on YouTube. I mean, we are kind of growing the channel. People do watch, even if it's not on the day of.
Yeah.
And again,
All right.
thank
It's
you for
all
your
good. It's all
comments.
good. All right. It's 11 years of CSRN. We've got 5 minutes of heat, and that's the way we close things out. And for anybody that's watching, if you like what we do, Jody talked about our YouTube page. Yes, you have to type in community solid. By the time you type that in, it'll drop down. If you like to support us, you can support us via Cash App. That's the hashtag CSRN Toledo 419. PayPal is CSRN Toledo No, CSRN 419. It says it right there on the screen. All right. They don't let me know anything. They just give me the piece of paper. Yeah. Anyway, it's CSRN 419 for PayPal. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Listen to us on Spotify. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, we will be posting on X soon.
Never.
Okay, well, one of us will be posting on X soon. We have a few of the Black Lives Matter signs. You can see we have a few in the studio. I think I've got one defund the police sign left. We may have some more at the
warehouse.
At the warehouse, we'll find out where he grab those. So for 5 minutes of heat, and that's what we do. We use creative expression to close out our meetings, and we take that from 5 minutes of funk from Houdini. That was back in the 90s or late 80s. I think it was, late 80s. And we took it, flipped it, remixed it. And for the last 11 years, when I met Jody, we had no idea that he was a poet.
I had no idea.
We had no idea he was a chef, not a cook, but a chef.
I knew that part.
And although, we would, if we were to take bets when you said that, and we found out for the Black Lives Matter Awards that you actually know your stuff.
Cook for
And
100
if you
people,
don't,
no sweat off my back.
And if you don't belong in the kitchen, you're not going to be in the kitchen. All right, not with him. All right, I didn't want to be in the kitchen.
Like
all right, I didn't want to watch this.
With the wooden spoon.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Which are actually illegal in kitchens if you work in kitchens for a living or any star establishment, as I'm learning. A lot of the stuff you do at your home for all those people that's about to be feeding cousins and relatives and neighbors and that guy down the street that's always asking you for change. You can't cook at home like you could cook for people. So always be aware of that when you're posting about all these meals and how many dinners you got. There are no cottage. And what that means is that you can actually cook at your home without a license and stuff like that in Ohio. So just be wary, buyer beware and stuff like that. And also beware what you post.
I was going to say,
could
stop
get you caught up.
posting all
You
your
could just
stuff.
get a knock from the health inspector like, oh, you selling dinners out the Cherry Woods. No, I'm shutting up.
Yeah, see, okay. Hey, what do you got for us before? Because they could be waiting outside, all right? But they know which one was talking, all right? So when it comes to 5 minutes of heat, it's our 11-year anniversary for CSRN. What do you have for us today?
So I'm going to do our piece, which you can find in the Childhood Trauma Series Volume 1. It's a piece that I also used in our second year of raising the Pan-African flag that kind of culminates of what we've done in the movement and tried to give it a better, piece of history.
Yeah,
so
let's go.
This piece is called Beat the Drum, and let's begin. Peace. So we did it anyway, without sponsors, without handouts, without corporate entities. No titles, no sheep leading the blind, no waiting for permission or asking if it was safe for us to be free. We did it our way, respecting our elders and learning lessons from the footsteps in their wake. Researching copious amounts of literature, absorbing film left by history and the memories in whitewashed books. We made mistakes along the way, taking notes of every time we failed, yes, we failed to reach our community in just the right way. Speaking to people who were not quite ready to hear their voice of freedom and change. Putting our lives, reputations, and privacy at risk just to see another soul be saved. We inspired generations every time we wouldn't go away. Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. All Black Lives Matter, each and every day. Say their name. Resist, resist, resist. We watched in horror as verdict after verdict was dismissed. So we took to the streets, flooded the courtrooms, built bridge after bridge connecting organizations to people who were told the outrage would just fade away. We took our losses with visible wounds to show the world the pain you could live through and still make a difference by standing true. We wanted to change the world, or at least the tent it looked through. So we forced it to look at every shade, shape, size, age, and dream. Because life is beautiful, yes, so beautiful, and so are you. We make note of the memories that live in our history and celebrate the culture that brings us closer to our destinies. Individuality must be true within you, but never forget unity also has to be a part of you too. So we did it anyway. And we plan on doing so, yes, so much more, because injustice still exists today, and we won't just close our doors. Ashe and peace.
And as always, we snap our fingers, all right? And I'm looking forward to CSRN being at the this year's Kwanzaa. I'm looking forward to us getting more information on that fatherhood program that's coming up, and really everything that's happening. We try to be a clearinghouse for that. So if you like CSRN, you might like the fatherhood thing. You might like this. You might like anything else that we're sharing, because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. And Black lives can't matter until all Black lives matter. Justice or else? Peace. All right, that's